Episode 56 CG. Pennsylvania, Braddock. In Braddock, imagining environmental justice for a sacrifice zone. As the U.S. Department of Energy pushes new technologies, concerns and opportunities manifest in the birthplace of steel. Excerpts edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity. March 27, 2023. Along the Monongahela River, Braddock Avenue runs between train tracks and U.S. Steel's Edgar Thomson Works, which occupies parts of Braddock, North Braddock, East Pittsburgh, and North Versailles. I live in North Braddock. I live in a sacrifice zone. A collection of engineers, scientists, and officials from the U.S. Department of Energy, DOE, peered back at her, seated in a conference room at an agency-sponsored carbon capture workshop at Hazelwood Green in December. You may ask, how did I get here? Why is it that I am standing here talking to you today? Edith, a professional artist and self-described activist for imagination, has led grassroots advocacy in her community since 2014. She successfully organized to stop bids to frack at U.S. Steel's Edgar Thomson Works and at the Grandview Golf Club in North Braddock, Pennsylvania. For months, she and a handful of locals representing North Braddock residents for Our Future had been speaking with department officials. The DOE's Office of Clean Energy Demonstrations was born from the bipartisan infrastructure law in 2021, strapped with $25 billion and given an urgent mandate to help the U.S. achieve decarbonization goals in the face of a global climate crisis. We want to empower communities to make their own determinations on their needs. Truly, only folks on the ground know what is really needed. Is it possible for you to imagine a carbon-free future that benefits all? And how do we get there? Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh. Engineering students monitoring air quality on campus, the tartan. The tartan. Particulate matter in the air may not be visible, but its effect on health, in the air at a width of 2.5 micrometers, matter known as PM 2.5. Excerpts edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity. Engineering students are monitoring air quality on campus. April 9, 2023. Particulate matter in the air may not be visible, but its effect on health can be very real. In Carnegie Mellon's Civil and Environmental Engineering (CE) class, a group of students is studying air quality levels around campus. Their main goal is to better understand air particulates. The course Experimental and Sensing Systems Design uses sensors to take and analyze measurements. Pittsburgh is known for its air quality issues. Facilities management invested in 15 sensors that the students could deploy. Capable of sensing particulates in the air at a width of 2.5 micrometers, matter known as PM 2.5, the sensors by Purple Air are low cost and provide publicly available data the students can access and investigate. Students wanted to answer questions. When is the safest time to exercise outdoors? Are there patterns for when air quality peaks and falls? Are there any locations of concern on campus? How does campus air quality compare to the Pittsburgh region? Students inform community members about local air quality situation and risks. The ultimate goal is helping people avoid harmful air particles. Air quality can fluctuate day to day and even hour to hour. The class was assigned to read the work of Carnegie Mellon's Center for Atmospheric Particle Studies to get an understanding of how the sensors work. The sensors used in the students' project were first calibrated in the CE basement laboratory and adjusted to Pittsburgh-specific air standards. The sensors were placed in carefully selected locations based on wind direction and ambient pollution sources. Each team had 3 sensors to place, with the only constraint being the need to connect to a power source. They considered Belfield Boiler Plant, a power station nearby to campus, as one point source, as well as busy roadways. Being able to deploy a large number of sensors allows for a good map of what's really happening. The sensors have been collecting data since February 22, taking a sample of air quality every 10 minutes and posting the publicly available results live on the Purple Air website. After collecting the data, the class will spend time making sense of it all. Each team will present their findings in a final presentation as the project's conclusion, with the goal of eventually sharing that knowledge with the school to improve campus well-being. Tennessee, Dayton. How race and income can determine the quality of the air you breathe. News. Rhea County Herald News. Have consistently higher levels of nitrogen dioxide, a gas found in vehicular exhaust and industrial emissions, and PM 2.5 pollution. Excerpt edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity. Black and Hispanic Americans tend to live in neighborhoods with greater exposure to air pollution due to a generations-long legacy of housing segregation. Black Americans over age 65, in particular, experience 3 times the number of PM 2.5 attributable deaths per capita compared to other races, likely from the combination of increased exposure and greater prevalence of medical conditions like lung and cardiovascular diseases. The rate of lung cancer among people who never smoked, when broken down by race, was highest in Black and Hispanic patients, according to a 2021 study published by the JAMA Network. While the study does not attribute these cases solely to air pollution, it recognizes it as a potential factor. Historically redlined neighborhoods tend to be characterized by less air-purifying green space and tree canopy. Consequently, residents are more vulnerable to the urban heat island effect, which can exacerbate air pollution levels and increase mortality. Washington State. Why household items could be polluting your home. Right as Rain by UW-Medicine. Right as Rain by UW-Medicine. Additionally, wood and gas stoves can cause smoke that pollutes the home. This includes not smoking inside the house, closing doors and windows. Wisconsin. Very high fire danger across southern half of Wisconsin. Wisconsin DNR, wisconsin.gov. Washington, Waukesha, Waupaca, Waushara, Winnebago, and Wood counties. DNR burning permit restrictions and fire danger vary from county to. GLID equals IWER2OCL6THP1W5Z1FXDVS_IA4CUT9489511KFFFX_DWE9B9ZCSV7ZE. NASA tracking air pollution. Rozep view, some smokestack emission tests show burning wood results in carbon emissions 2.5 times higher than natural gas and 30% higher than coal. When wood is burned, oxygen and other elements in the air, mainly carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, react to form carbon dioxide that is released into the atmosphere, while the minerals turn into ashes. Dwelling B, with a 300% efficient electric heat pump, has a heating demand of 10,000 kilowatt-hours. The PE factor for electricity is 1.501 kilowatt-hours per kilowatt-hour. The associated primary energy would be 10,000 kilowatt-hours / 3.00 x 1.50110 is equal to 5,003 kilowatt-hour. CO2 emissions per kilowatt-hour by fuel type analysis chart. Fuel. Emissions in G, CO2 / kWHPE. Wood. 367.6. Lignite. 398.7. Hard coal. 338.2. Gasoline. 263.